As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.
Is that fucking simple. Men are not monogamous. They do not care about being with one woman and ending it there, okay? They don't fucking care. We need to face that reality. They tell us all the time that they're not monogamous, okay? They cheat all the time, okay? Women aren't divorcing at these rates because love is real, okay? Women are divorcing at these rates because they're realizing, oh, I don't actually need to stick it out with you. I actually can get my own fucking resources. And I would rather do that than play this little dumb game of love with you.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Married men are single men, okay? All of them are fucking single. They go out and they still act single. It is a lie. It is a delusion, okay? Created by men to control women. It always has been and it always will be.
Love is a lie that was created by men to manipulate women. She says men and women were not made to be compatible, even though biologically, socially, and our overall physical attraction for each other would say otherwise. She goes on to state that women are divorcing at higher rates because they realize they can sustain on their own now. Well, the thing is, women have been able to sustain on their own for a long time now. So that's not the reason you're breaking up homes. It's because you have an unreasonable expectation of what love is. Love is not happiness every day. Love is and always will be about duty, family, and building a future. If you're not a strong person, forget about it. Nothing worth having ever comes easy. Let's take a look at the comment section. True love is only between mother and child, to be honest with you. I would have to disagree. I think you're thinking unconditional love between parent and child. But true love, I would say, it's experience with the opposite gender. Something you've developed, something that you worked on over time. And also true love is experience in all forms of love. And you can only do that with the opposite gender also. Hey, so you need therapy. I would have to agree, because if this is how you see love, I would hate to be one of your enemies. Wow, this is an end of species level of conceptualization here. A bizarre hybrid of conspiracy brain, broken personhood, and theft of humans' greatest faculties, especially the capacity for love and redemption. And when I do express my deepest disagreement here, perhaps it becomes a gender war thing. But for me, I promise that's not where my agreement is coming from. I share the same views as you. I make my videos. They say I hate women. They say I want to bring more division into this whole gender war thing. But all I'm doing is shining a light on the bad women that want to turn good women against men. There's an agenda right now being played against women, and they can't see it. They want you out of your nature, childless, single, no family, so you can become the ultimate consumer and controlled through debt. On to the next.
That's what I call a chain reaction.
Ladies, stop taking relationship advice from women. Like, I know I'm technically giving you advice right now, but if you like men, do not take advice from women.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Ask your brother, ask your father, ask your guy friends, and actually listen to them, because they're different. Like, that post that I just made that's going viral is liked mostly by men, co-signed mostly by men. There are women arguing that it's not true. Like, I have a lot of men in my life. I know this to be the case for most men. So, yeah.
It's pretty simple, actually. If you want to catch fish, you ask the fisherman. You don't ask the fish. Since women sit in such a position of privilege, they don't understand the reality of what it takes to be attractive to women. Women will tell you, be nice, give her everything she wants, not realizing that she's not even attracted to these kind of men. There's a reason they say nice guys finish last. It's because kindness is usually taken as a sign of weakness. Let's take a look at the comment section. I take dating advice from Shira7. She has changed my life. Well, I'm pretty sure she's changed it for the worse, because all her advice consists of is be mean to men and use men for their resources. So, though saying I'll keep listening to Sheer 7 is like saying I'll keep listening to Andrew Tate. You might get some results manipulating and doing all these games, but it won't be the results you truly want. Well, there's a difference between Andrew Tate and Sheer 7 though. Andrew Tate actually gives advice that can make you improve on skills and on your life. Sheer 7's advice is merely of extracting and using. So there's a big difference there. Literally, every time I take dating advice from a man, it's 90% accurate. I can see why it's that accurate, because we are the ones that do all the pursuing. So we must know you better than you know us, right? And also, we know what we want. So we'll just tell it to you straight up. Two people to take advice from: men your age and older women who are much more experienced than you. Women your age tell you what you want to be true, not what's true. That's true, actually, but older women, you got to be careful there too, because if they're not married or in a long-term relationship, their viewpoint might be from a cat lady's perspective, and they're going to lead you astray. No pun intended. On to the next.
That's what I call a chain reaction.
Being alone in the waiting room, knowing you'll have to Uber home with no one to take care of you afterwards, is a new level of loneliness I did not expect at this age. I find her statement to be a bit strange. What do you mean you didn't expect this kind of loneliness at this age? What do you think happens as you get older? Your health deteriorates. Stuck there by yourself, regretting your life choices. Ladies, don't get hustled by feminism. The whole ideology hasn't thought things through. Since feminists reject nature, they tend to ignore the reality and not plan for the future. Let's take a look at the comment section. Hyper-independent ladies know. Sure, you might know the scenario, but do you know better? Your independence is almost hurting you at this stage. Health issues are coming, and you have no one to help you. It's not a good look. When I retire in a few years, I may start a side hustle as a medical companion, take you to appointments in home, daily visits for a few days with errand runnings. I can't do heavy lifting, but I see a need for just basic support. Yeah, I do see that as a service being needed in the near future. There's going to be a lot of childless cat women walking this earth, so they're going to need help. Girl, I used to drive myself to my chemo appointments when I had cancer. It was lonely. Yeah, it must be, because it's not the fact that you're alone, it's the fact that you're dying alone. That's the scary part. On to the next.
That's what I call a chain reaction.
Manifest my own destiny. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the perfect recipe. May they remember me, my words will live on. I'm guided by an energy, a flame, hold it close to you. Check out my melodies in the media that's been leading you. I'll show you a thing. Misdirection, what's the message? They don't want you to win.
As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.